Hi students. So in the previous video we discussed about component of food that were what? Carbohydrate, fat, protein, mineral and vitamins. Other than that, water and roughage, right? So today in this video we will discuss the rest of the topics of this chapter. Okay, so firstly let us start with balanced diet. What is a balanced diet? You see, a diet that contains all the components of food, means 5 components of food along with water and roughage in adequate amount, means in sufficient amount, not more nor less. Okay, so a diet that contains all the 5 nutrients along with roughage and water is called balanced diet. Our body needs balanced diet for proper growth and functioning. Okay, other than balanced diet, our body requires exercise, okay, to keep itself fit and healthy. Other than that, our body requires what? Rest and sleep to refresh our mind. Okay. Now, our next topic is disease. So, first of all, let us know what is health. Okay. A health is a state of physical and mental well-being. Means what? Do you know? Physical means our body, mental means our mind. So well-beingness of our body and mind altogether is called what? Health. Okay. Now a disease is a state, okay, when our body or mind is not in healthy condition. Okay, some problems may there. Okay, now you see a disease may occur due to several reasons. Okay, but we can broadly classify disease into 2 categories. One is communicable disease and another is non-communicable disease. So now let us discuss with communicable disease. You see, a disease that can be passed from an infected person to a healthy person is called what? Communicable disease. Suppose infected person, I have the disease, I am infected person, okay, and suppose you are standing beside me, okay, so the disease can transfer from me to you. This type of disease is called what? Communicable disease. Now, such diseases are caused by microbes. Microbes are the tiny living microorganisms. Okay, so disease are caused by microbes such as bacteria, fungi, protozoa and viruses. Okay, you see what happened? Microbes that causes disease are called germs. Microbes mean microorganism which causes disease are called germs or pathogen. Okay. These germs can spread when the infected person coughs, sneezes or spits. Now, germs can enter a person's body through contact with an infected person. Okay, first of all, what happens? Germs may enter a person's body when we come in contact with the infected person. Suppose I am an infected person and you come in contact with me. Suppose you handshake with me or when you talk with me, what happened? When you come in contact with me, the disease may enter to your body also. Okay. Secondly, through contaminated food, air or water. Okay, contaminated means infected. Suppose I am touching different part of my body like my nose, mouth and I am touching the food. And you are eating the same food or water. Or if I sneeze in the air, what happened? Water droplet comes from our body. Okay, and if it mix up with air and if you breathe the same air, what happened? The disease may enter your body. Thirdly, insects such as flies and mosquito also spread disease causing germ. Suppose mosquito, you see, suppose my body is infected. Now a mosquito will come and sit in my body and it will suck my blood. The same mosquito, if it goes and bites you, what happened? It will enter to your body. Okay, now you see, prevention is better than cure. It is always better to prevent a disease than to treat it. So, better we can prevent the disease instead of curing it. Is that it? There is a proverb that says prevention is better than cure. Now you see, maintaining a good hygiene and keeping the surrounding clean play a very important role in preventing diseases. So, maintaining good hygiene. Good hygiene means always follow good habits. Okay, like washing your hand, brushing your teeth, okay, cleaning your surrounding. These are what? Good habits. Okay, and cleaning your surrounding and maintaining hygiene play a very important role in preventing diseases. If you keep your surrounding clean, what will happen? there will be no microbes. Understood? No microorganism will be there, like mosquitoes, flies and all. Okay? Now you see vaccination. Vaccination is the process of using substances called vaccines. So nowadays what happened, we are all putting vaccines, right? What is that? We will see. For the prevention of diseases, many communicable diseases can be prevented by vaccination given at the right time. Vaccination protects a person by not allowing the germ to multiply in case they enter the body. Now you see what happened. Bacteria, they have the ability to multiply very fast in our body. Suppose one bacteria enter inside our body, within few hours it will multiply and it will become 1,000 or more than 1,000. So if we put vaccination, what will happen, do you know? It will not allow the bacteria to multiply. If it do not multiply, what happens? It will not infect us so much. If one bacteria enters inside our body, our immune system will fight against it. Understood? So that is why we need to put vaccine. Some communicable disease, their symptoms and how they can be prevented or treated are given below. So here are some names of communicable diseases. Okay? And it is written, it is caused by what? Okay, microbes are there. We knew that microbes are also of different type like bacteria, viruses, protozoa, fungi. Is not it? So here we will see it is caused by which microbe. And symptom. Symptom means what you see? Sign of particular disease. It is given in the word there. Prevention, cure. How can cure it? So the first one is flu. Flu is caused by virus. So what are the symptoms you see? Sore throat, dry throat, runny nose, difficulty in swallowing, headache, cough and body ache. Ache means pain. Okay, so these are the symptoms of flu. Prevention, take medicine, plenty of rest, plenty of fluid, cough drops, salt water gargling. So we can cure this flu by taking these preventive measures. Next one is measles. It is caused by virus. Symptoms are runny nose, fever, cough, redness in eye, rashes and weight loss are some symptoms of measles. Prevention, vaccination at early age. Okay, plenty of fluid and bed rest can decrease the symptom to some extent. Thirdly, chicken pox. It is caused by virus. So symptoms are fever, headache, sore throat, tiredness, rashes and slowly dry up and then form scars. So the prevention is vaccination at an early age. When you are small, several injections are given to you that are nothing but vaccines. Okay. Now, medicine, school baths and bed rest. The rashes should not be scratched as they may spread to other places on the body. So when this chicken pox occur, some of you may have been through chicken pox, right? So what happens? Several boil-like structure forms. So you should not break that bristles. Okay. So what happens? Inside water is present. If it moves to different part of the body, again there you may get infection and it will form scars, several marks. Okay. Cholera. Cholera is caused by bacteria. So the symptoms are vomiting, dehydration and diarrhea. So prevention or cure is drink lot of fluid, take medicines. Malaria is caused by protozoa. Symptoms are fever, chills, sweats, headache, vomiting and body pain. Medicines, see cure. Medicines to be taken on time. Drips. Use mosquito net or mosquito repellent cream. Avoid strong water in open container. Avoid storing water in open container. So it is caused by what? It is caused by mosquitoes, not it? So if we keep this water in open container, what happens? It will lay eggs there and it will give rise to large number of mosquitoes. Okay. Typhoid. It is caused by bacteria. Symptoms are headache, body ache, fever, diarrhea. And the cure is take medicine and drip boiled water, food without oil and spices, bed rest. So the last one is COVID-19. It is caused by virus. Symptoms are headache, body ache, loss of smell and taste, mild to high fever, breathing difficulties. And preventive cure is avoid contact with infected people, wash hands frequently, drink warm water and take food rich in vitamin C. Now you see non-communicable disease, okay? A disease that cannot be passed on from an infected person to a healthy person is called what? Non-communicable disease. Suppose I am the infected person and if I touch you or talk with you, the disease do not transmit, okay? So this type of disease is called what? Non-communicable disease. Such diseases are mostly caused by the deficiency of adequate amount of nutrients in diet. So see what happened if we take less amount of nutrients in our diet, then this type of disease may cause, okay? Hence they are also called deficiency disease. Hence they are also called deficiency. Deficiency means less, okay? So what happened when the amount of nutrients are less in our body, then we have what? Deficiency disease. Now you see the following table gives some common deficiency disorder, their symptom and the food that should be taken to prevent this disease. So the first one is deficiency disorder. Okay. So the first one is anemia, iron deficiency. Iron is what? Mineral. Okay. So deficiency of iron causes anemia. Symptoms are weakness, fatigue, difficulty in breathing. So it can be cured by eating raisins, kishmish, apricot, milk, meat, apple, green leafy vegetable. So these are the rich source of irons. Okay. Secondly, night blindness. It is caused by the deficiency of vitamin. Now, the second one is night blindness caused due to deficiency of vitamin A. So, symptoms are inability to see in poor light or at night. So, if you find this symptom in your body, then what food should you take? You see, carrot, sweet potato, animal liver, red capsicum and lettuce. Thirdly, beriberi. Beriberi is caused due to deficiency of vitamin B1. So symptoms are weight loss, weakness, low heartbeat, tiredness, affect growth of body and muscle formation. So we can cure beriberi by eating beans, cereals, peas, fish, nut, watermelons. Okay. Now scurvy due to lack of vitamin C. Okay. What are the symptoms? Irritation, swelling of joint and bleeding gums. So it can be cured by eating food like guavas, papaya, citrus fruit like lemon, oranges, okay, tomatoes, grapes and berries. Rickets, it is caused due to lack of vitamin D. And what are the symptoms? Softening and weakening of bones. And what are the food rich in vitamin D? Cod liver oil, fish milk and dairy product, eggs, mushroom and spinach. Goiter is caused due to deficiency of iodine. Difficulty in swallowing, tiredness, weight gain, swelling in the neck are the symptoms of goiter. It can be cured by taking food like iodized salt, milk, boiled egg, strawberries, yogurt, baked potatoes. And the last one is kwashiorkor. It is caused due to deficiency of protein. Bolted belly, slow growth, change in skin and hair color, weak development of limbs. Okay. And it can be cured by eating food like fish, eggs, meat, milk and other dairy products. Okay. So some diagrams are given here. You can see in the book vitamin C deficiency, scurvy, rickets, kwashiorkor, goiter. Okay, so students, our chapter ends here. If you have any difficulties or confusion, please feel free to ask. Thank you and have a good day ahead.